Hey all, Bryden Homes by the Foot and Remax Central Real Estate. Time for a quick market update for the month of October. Kind of more of the same. I'm not going to go into the gory details because it's starting to be a little bit scattered. But for the city of Calgary overall, all the segments from apartments to million-dollar mansions to all areas, and this kind of includes also the Airdries, Okotoks, Cochranes, Chestermeres, the demand is still there. Sales are among the highest in October as we've ever seen. Now, this is going to sound strange, but inventory levels are still, again, depending on where you're at near record lows. Some were at the lowest since 2015. Other areas were the lowest since 2005. Others were the lowest ever. The demand is high. So despite the fact that more listings are coming on board, they're being snapped up. We've all read about the housing crisis, and it is real. There is a real supply problem. That has to be addressed, but that's for the government decides to work on, because suffice it to say, CMHC conservatively figures by 2030, there needs to be an investment over $1 trillion with a T, $trillion building new homes. And I believe the current federal government has just thrown $44 million in incentives. The proverbial drop in the bucket. So that's not going to go away. Demand is going to be exceeding supply for the foreseeable future. So this is the market we have. I suspect as mortgages of the really low rates start to come due, people are going to be listing their homes with a little bit more aplomb because their rates have expired and this is the new reality. So there's going to be more listings as we get into this cycle of the low rates. The 5-year whole fixed are now starting to expire. That's going to get a little bit better, but we're still way below the 8 ball as far as supply. And we've got a ton of immigration, both from interprovincial immigration and people coming in from other countries into this fantastic province. And all the economic fundamentals right now are spectacular for Alberta and should continue to do so or be so. Now, there has been news, and you can sort of feel it out there. The interest rates are having the desired effect. That's why the government or the Bank of Canada just held off on any increases, because it's having the desired effect. It's slowing down the economy. The fear is they've slowed it down too much. Now, people say, and it's well published, that the Bank of Canada is still fairly hawkish when it comes to what they said. And they're basically saying, we are not stopping completely. There's still an option of raising rates further. Nobody thinks that the rates are going to go up from here. The reason they're saying that is because if they say, oh, we're done, then people go, whew, and then you're going to see the inflationary pressure start back up because people go, oh, right on, now we can spend money because there's no risk of interest rate hikes. Could there be? Yeah, but I think it's a tiny, tiny possibility. You look at all the banks and economists, they're all suggesting that there could even be interest rate decreases, in one instance, even as early as the spring, which circles me around to where we're at today. Right now, we're heading into the Christmas season. It is, for purchasers, slow out there. There's more inventory coming on board right now, but that is tapering off as we lead into Christmas. If you're looking to buy, A, get yourself approved. B, let's get our butts out there and take a look, because there's less competition. Because things are slowing down traditionally in November, December, leading into Christmas, people got their minds on other things. But if you can get your mind on the real estate, there are options available and less competition, so far less chance of getting multiple offers. And if you're the only offer, negotiation is always on the table. Once we get into January and February, all bets are off, because that's when people turn their attention to real estate. Yes, there's going to be far more listings, but there's far more buyers. So that competition will heat up and multiple offers will begin again. Yes, it could be tempered a little bit because the economy is starting to sputter, but the fundamentals in Alberta are still extremely strong. And then let me paint you the last little concern that some of you are thinking about. Will the interest rates come down? We're already in a hot market despite 5% interest rates. Can you imagine if they drop the interest rates quarter, half a point, how many more people that's going to bring into it? And the feeding frenzy? You don't want to wait until then. I highly suggest temper your expectations, join the club, because shortly after that, you'll pat yourself on the back for having done so. And then in a few years, we can talk about upgrading into something more of what your dream is. Anyway, I've droned on too long, but I will cover more of this at the year end in December. But again, if you're looking to buy, now's the time, guys. Get qualified. Give me a call. Contact information is all over here, and we will talk to you guys soon.